can we make space and listen to how this energy in this body, in this life, in this moment want to move, so that we can create something really beautiful, because it's not just for now. Everything we do matters. It's energy that we're sending out, and it changes everything for all time. And that's really what we're holding, isn't it?
It's really,
that bigger picture.
and it's very potent and it's very special, and it's not just us, it's all of yours as well. We all hold the key to sharing that energy with our own unique gifts and talents and strengths and offerings that we're bringing to the world. Hello, welcome to the Weekly Brew here at Redefining Success with Emma and Iona. Welcome, Iona.
Welcome, Emma. This is a space where we share our journey to create a soul-led business and open up to our full abundance. So, Emma, what's brewing for you this week?
We're in the middle of a heat wave.
Yes.
So there's a lot of abundant sunshine, and what is brewing? But there is a lot of internal shifting, changing. I think as we're expanding into this work and this collaboration together and this co-creation, I feel the internal systems changing in a really good way. Like a bit, sometimes some of it is the cogs beginning to turn that maybe haven't turned for a long time.
Yeah, so we've kind of come through that portal of building our website, getting out our free gift, and we are moving into the next chapter of our business, which is creating the Phoenix Transformational Gateway, which is inviting us to go back to the challenges that we've come through for the last couple of years, which have been very extreme for both of us. So it's about revisiting that and harvesting what we've learned on how to navigate challenge and bring that through as a harvest, as a gift in what we're doing, which is harnessing that energy to say yes to life, to put it into a soul-led business, to bring through our gifts. And that is the next chapter that we're in. But I know for me, it's definitely inviting me to go in. It's inviting me to go back to my source, back very close to what's moving for me, and to listen to how life, the bigger field of which I'm a part, wants to speak and wants to inform. And what happened yesterday was I was struck down with a migraine. I've never had a migraine in my life. And I came to do the brew with Emma, and she said, no, go home. This is not what we're doing. We are following our bodies and our rhythms, and when we need to rest, we rest. And I love that it was this deep invitation into myself to just spend a whole day, although it was very painful. But there's nothing like being ill to really bring you absolutely present to coming back to your body, checking, is my health good? What am I eating? What am I focusing on? It's a real matter moment, and it really drew me back in. So that's what I'm with.
Yeah, that's interesting, and that you've said about it being a real like matter, like it's that earth matter energy, isn't it? That we're all part of. We're all part of the whole, and part of that is, if however we think of spiritual energy, or there's energy that flows, but and it all flows at different paces and vibrations, and that earth energy is actually quite slow moving. But it is the stuff of foundations. It's the stuff that enables the roots to grow. It mineralizes and waters and nourishes and feeds the roots so that they can grow strong and create strong foundations. And if we're looking after ourselves and caring for ourselves at any time, and especially in a process where things are transforming, then we're really laying good foundations for for the fruits that we're going to be bearing. And that is, I think what came to me yesterday was about being radically honest with the self. And if we're the mind just wants to bypass the truth of what the body is telling us, the body's wisdom. And the body does often operate at a slower pace because it's got its natural rhythms. The mind is often racing, needs to do that, got to do this. And sometimes the body just makes us stop. And I think, if, for me anyway, by being really honest with that and meeting that and saying, oh, yeah, actually, I do need to just slow down and listen to what my body's telling me, then things open up in a way that the mind couldn't see. Or I understand or realize I need things that the mind didn't know I needed. And so it's, and sometimes we need someone else to show us that, don't we? To say it's okay to stop and slow down. I've definitely had that before, where I've been racing around and someone just said, no, sit down, just have a cup of tea, take a breath.
And it was really a relief, actually, when you said yesterday, take the day, just go and be still. And I needed that. And it was, yeah, I can choose that.
Yeah.
And I think what we see in business is so much external, isn't it? It's external focused. A lot of our world is external focused on doing and what we look like and, you know, how we come across. But actually, the roots of where everything authentic comes from is within. And it's by turning within, by slowing down and really listening to life and the pace of life. And sometimes it might, you know, once you've done that, it moves a lot faster because you have that clarity, you come out with that energy, that focus. And it is a lot more efficient, actually, to slow down in order to go fast. But just coming back to the self when those signs are there. And what we're doing is building a business that isn't just about making money and getting to the top as fast as possible. It's about creating a lifestyle that is a channel for our soul voice, for our soul song, for all of us to come through. And that includes healthy bodies, that includes joy and abundance and connection with each other. You know, if anything is out of whack, let's slow down. Let's take a moment to pause and see what is here, because those are always secret little doorways, aren't they, into more growth, more expansion. Or there's always information in the grit. It's like the grit turns or the sand creates the oyster, and there's always a pearl in those difficulties. When you slow down, oh, it's telling me to listen, come back to myself, or let's work through this and see what's there.
And that makes me think of two things. One is sea glass and pebbles, that the sand over time gets ground, the rough edges get ground down, so they're not going to cut you anymore. You end up with this beautiful stone, or polished glass, polished stones. And the other thing is birthing. When you're birthing, there's such a slow build up to it. It can be like a week or so. The body starts preparing. The womb muscles get toned, and then the whole labor process is individual, but any form of birthing there's a process, and then suddenly there's a whoosh and the baby comes out. Whether that's a natural birth or a C-section, however it is, there's this flash of energy, and boom, the baby's out. And that then, that's what it made me think when you said, like, all that energy comes together. You take the time, you take the care, and then boom, there can be this zoom of energy. And then that's your big creative energy, which just is like, wow, in this joyous moment. And as I said, that a lovely white butterfly just flew past.
So I love you brought in the birthing process, because giving birth to my child, that was the beautiful transmission that I received. Was, you know, because I had two children, and the first one was a really difficult birth, and the second one I'd learned what I wanted. And when I slowed down and I went with my breath and I tuned into my body and I really used my breath and I used the pain, I learned to use the pain to, you know, the contractions to support the birth. I wasn't fighting the pain like in my first birth. I was fighting the pain, and it was so much resistance to the pain that it actually made it really hard to give birth.
Yeah.
But in the second one, I was learn to relax into that pain and to trust it, to trust the contractions were there to support me. So whenever something comes that's challenging, it is that invitation to be with the challenge, to slow down, to meet the edges of it,
Mm.
and to feel into the essence of it. And what is it wanting to teach me? What is it wanting to show me and guide me? And how is it supporting that birthing process? In our case, to grow a soul-led business, which needs
Yeah,
strong roots,
it does.
and it needs to be coming from the right place, which is not just creating the next thing, but a deep listening to life and what wants to come through us at a soul level.
Yeah. So the energy is akin to the process of birthing anything. We've talked about babies and the business, but it's anything. It can be a moment. It can be a moment of creation. It can be crafting something with your children. It can be taking on a really tricky business meeting. It could be jumping out of an aeroplane in with a parachute. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. The the key, and I think which we've largely lost in society, is listening to our bodies and our inner
Mm,
wisdom,
mm,
because everything, as Iona was saying earlier, is coming from the external. Social media is humongous. There is something on everything out there. You could look up anything, and there'll be a million different views of how to sort out whatever issue you've got. If we come back to the truth of who we are, to the essence within our heart, and listen to those quiet whispers. Sometimes it might be like a big boom box, but often the soul's voice is quite gentle, like whispers on the wind. It it gives us a little sign, like the butterfly we just saw floating past. Well, that we would see that as a confirmation of what we're saying.
mm,
So learn how to read the signs that life is giving you. If you have a spontaneous thought or a spontaneous feeling or an urge to do something, then notice the signs around you. How does life show that to you? How does the universe show it? And then how can you begin to root that within your body, deep into the earth, metaphorically or physically, and allow that to take its time to take root, draw up the nutrients, and have its own voice of creation.
mm,
And this is what we've done a lot of individually, and we're learning how to do it together, which is another process all in
mm.
itself, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
amazing, really.
yeah,
Yeah. And we're really learning that these important things take time.
mm,
They need to be listened to, they need to be heard, they need to be seen, they need to be trusted, and then given space and breath to grow, to
mm,
be birthed and to grow.
yeah. And I'm really with this. We're in the Phoenix gateway that we're working with, so this energy of death and rebirth, but the finiteness of life. You know, if we just on this external mission to get as rich as possible and to, you know, go and live comfortably on a beach somewhere, whatever that is, not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's a much bigger picture going on. You know, at the end of the day, we're going to be dying, we're going to be leaving this planet, and to zoom out to that bigger picture and to really feel life, to feel the fullness, the bigness of life, you know, that we on a planet zooming through space. It's insane when you feel the enormity of life and that we are a part of that. And even after we die, you know, we energy ultimately. We all energy, and life continues in an energy form in some way. And for this moment, can we tune into our bigness? Can we tune into ourselves as that energy and feel what is that bigger energy that I'm part of, that is informing me, wants how does it want to move in this life, in the bigger field? And it kind of includes everything, doesn't it? It includes
Yeah.
the whole constellation that we're in.
Mm.
Can we breathe into that? Can we relax into that? Can we make space and listen to how this energy in this body, in this life, in this moment want to move, so that we can create something really beautiful, because it's not just for now. Everything we do matters. It's energy that we're sending out, and it changes everything for all time. And that's really what we're holding, isn't it?
It's really
that bigger picture.
Yeah, and it's very potent and it's very special, and it's not just us, it's all of yours as well. We all hold the key to sharing that energy with our own unique gifts and talents and strengths and offerings that we're bringing to the world. We all have that, and this is what we are on a mission to unfurl and enable people to reveal to themselves. And when we look at the big picture, we have got the external, we've got the universal energies, we've got life mirroring us, the signs that we get. But the mirror, or the things we observe and listen to, then open our hearts to what's within us. And so instead of having this separation from what's going on in the world and what's happening, all these just bombardment from all sorts of things that we don't connect with via social media, or could even be through our communities, instead of having that, by tuning in and pausing and taking time in stillness and breath, the internal can find its spark of life, find its uniqueness. And through this gateway that we're the Phoenix Gateway, and the offerings we're going to be bringing with that, this is what we're hoping to bring you all, by going into those depths and tuning into that deep soul essence that is uniquely you, and how you can bring your offerings to the world.
From that beautiful deep place.
Yeah,
because we need them all. It's
we
like
need
blooming
them all.
flowers.
Yes.
So let's make the world bloom.
Yes, I love that. Let's make the world bloom. Oh, all together. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on that note,
here's to redefining success.
And do subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you haven't got your free gift on our new website, you can go and join our community, and that will be sent to
Details
you.
below. Not into my boobs.
On that note.
See you next time. Bye for now.